This week of Weird, everyone. Roger with Jordan Tate. We're starting with talking worst ways to die.
Worst ways to die. Bees hat, like in
first
the
thing on
Wicker
the
Man.
table. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
That's
type of
pretty
hat?
bad.
Like a fedora bees or a baseball cap of bees?
So in the Wicker Man, they put like this specialized hat on him, just like a bee's cage, and then they dump bees all over him, and then the bees engulf him. I think being engulfed by anything would be really bad.
I was thinking something fashionable.
You're thinking like a beard of bees, but the bees had somehow agreed to be a hat for the man.
Yeah.
like the way that those African ants will sometimes create a bridge over a river.
Yeah, and it's
they
beautiful.
Just choose
it's
to become the form of your hat.
Okay, now let's talk about it. The bee's hat is pretty bad, but I've said it before. Being engulfed by ants, those ants that you suffocate on.
Sure. Suffocation on ants.
Mia. And they're biting and colonizing. No thanks.
Well, how about this?
They can get everywhere.
Over-indation of spooky dolls.
Oh God! What?
Like they're thrown on you. They're put in your
drowning
mouth. They're in your eyes. Yeah.
You're just like set on a chair in a room where there's so many spooky dolls that it kills you.
Yep. And that's what this week of Weird is all about.
Okay. Yikes! Did that happen to someone? A New Jersey man.
Perfect transition.
No, but it's a segue. It's not the worst one I've ever done.
Wait, is this about that doll island?
No, this isn't about Isle Day Doll.
That guy was kind of inundated by creepy dolls until he died. Remember?
I forgot what toy would be. I don't know what doll would be. I was gonna say toy, but then Eye of Toys isn't what that aisle should ever be called.
You're thinking of the Misfit toys from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You know, television.
From TV. No, I'm talking about, and this is from theguardian.com. And for some reason, I'm on the mobile site, but it will do. Less ads, too. Internet wormhole. Every night for 1 hour, my Facebook feed is swamped by pictures of spooky dolls.
Whoa.
By Patrick Lenton.
Well, Patrick, it sounds like you figured out the algorithm.
Or he could just leave Spooky Dolls Facebook group.
Yeah, this sounds like Patrick doesn't know how his Facebook works.
So finding dolls has a creepy and storied past. From the actual phobia of dolls, pediophobia. He puts the title of it.
That is
the general
real close to just being afraid of pedophiles.
Oh, is it pediophobia? I see.
Yeah, pediophobia. To the generally accepted theory that dolls are often unsettling due to the uncanny valley effect.
Yeah.
There are museums devoted to collecting horrible mannequins.
Mm-hmm.
There are movie franchises about bad dolls that will kill you and your family.
Yeah.
And for the past couple of years, I've been in a private Facebook group called Spooky Doll Hour.
Well, I think we figured it out.
The spooky dolls are the least thing about it, are the least weird thing about it.
Dolls are so strange.
That's right. I found an expose about a spooky doll Facebook group.
Wow.
And it turns out the people were the weird ones.
Yeah. Yeah, the dolls want to be left alone.
The premise of Spooky Doll Hour is really simple. It's a small Facebook group where you can share pictures, memes, and videos of spooky dolls for 1 hour only.
I love that. That's a great idea.
I'm sorry this isn't a real news story, but sometimes soft news too will be in This Week of Weird.
I think this is
weird
great.
as shit.
I think
this is exactly what Week of Weird is for.
It's so funny
hour. Go on.
It's so funny that we're like circling back just to television. It's like for an hour you can see the same thing. Could you imagine?
Sometimes there's a different thing, but it always ends the same and begins the same.
Yeah.
Spooky Doll Hour is 10:16 p.m. New South Wales time.
Okay.
All right.
To 11:16 p.m. New South Wales time.
Why 11:16?
Why the 16?
Well, I think New South Wales is just 16 minutes off from normal mean time.
Oh, that makes sense because they got hit by that meteor.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're out of phase.
Mm-hmm.
Gravity and time move slower because of the meteor.
Mm-hmm. The event.
And check this out. And
a giant doll head that hit New South Wales.
And if you post or comment outside of the hour, you will be removed from the group and haunted by a doll for the rest of your life. in quotes.
How can they? What? That's got to be illegal, right? You can't haunt someone, or can you?
I mean, that's why the radar exists, is to find those that do.
Once we get government funding and we can weaponize haunting against our enemies, it's over for you hoes.
Now, usually the posts are funny. Sometimes they're just pictures of spooky dolls. They are often memes either about spooky dolls or using spooky dolls, but it's simplistic just to call it a spooky doll meme page. The premise might be simple, but the why of it is all more complicated. The way it engages the community and that community's adherence to the arbitrary rules all point to a deeper level of humor.
Jeez.
The guy who wrote this is pretty weird too.
This is meta shit. Why are we not doing stuff like this?
Oh, because it takes time.
Nate, you've got a spooky doll as your background right now.
Oh, yeah, I do. And I didn't know spooky dolls were going to come up. This is just complete coincidence.
That is spooky. Classified spooky.
The inspiration for this group came from another group called Goblin Hour.
Oh no!
Which was really in its prime in 2018.
Yeah.
So that was just the hour that Jordan was stoned looking for something. That's discussed off pod.
Yeah, you're gonna have to narrow it down there.
So I sent the link in the Discord. Follow it, check it out, because now we are at a graphic. This is from the administrator, Bradley Johnston, as an example of what this group is about, and it is text. Miss life before the pandemic, just friends hanging out. And then below is a shopping cart filled with like 30 creepy dolls all staring at the camera.
Goo. I don't.
His new friends.
See, here's
the ones
the thing.
That can't get sick.
Here's the thing. I enjoy goblins. That Goblin Hour thing sounds fun. Yeah, for an hour, let's hang out with goblins. Let's talk about what they eat, what they listen to. Let's go.
Well, but just wait. If there's a rise and fall, man, the rise of Goblin Hour.
I don't want to know about.
The rise and demise of Goblin Hour follows a familiar narrative. It was popping off in 2018, Anthony says, quickly reaching thousands of members. Once it got too big, it got toxic. The same goblin memes were repeated. There was persistent infighting about what constituted a goblin.
I want to be part of those fights so badly.
I want to be part of those fights.
Is a gremlin a goblin?
No.
Is a troll?
Gremlin. No, it's a troll. What is happening?
They have different words.
What's happened to my beloved Goblin Hour?
There was a nightly argument about who would be crowned the Goblin King.
Oh, geez. That was a title.
Yeah.
Bestowed on whoever posted the final comment of the night. After a deluge of last-minute spam, the fights would become vicious, and was also part of Goblin Hour, and was equally baffled by it. Or I was also part of Goblin Hour and equally baffled by it.
I see.
So he left and created Spooky Doll Hour.
I see. Spooky doll. I don't know. I don't like spooky dolls.
Yeah, but
I think we should create no, not even for an hour. Thank you. They spook me out. They're
spooky
creepy.
Dolls, not even once.
Roger, you come from a house that had a noted clown room.
No, it wasn't a clown room. It was a nutcracker room. It was a place where we kept our nutcrackers.
And see, your memory about it changes every time, which is scary.
So right now we are actively turning Spooky Doll Hour into one of those jarring arguments from the Goblin Hour.
Just like they feared all along.
So let's continue. The
Can
group
a nutcracker
represents.
be a clown?
Yes. And a clown can be a nutcracker if his teeth are strong enough. The group represents the hyper absurd end of the usage spectrum for the platform. Facebook groups are widely used by communities to connect over anything from a shared neighborhood to a favorite TV show, or for buying utilitarian functions, or for utilitarian functions like buying secondhand goods. Facebook introduced the group's function in 2010, and they have since become a feature most heavily engaged with by regular users, particularly old people. But the earnestness,
they love getting on there and saying, back in my day, a clown could never be a nutcracker.
Nutcrackers were nutcrackers and clowns were clowns, and that's the way we liked it.
And trolls were trolls, goblins. Sure,
and trolls
trolls
were sometimes goblins, because things were different back then, but we don't like to talk about it.
And goblin could be a sandwich, but only if that goblin sandwich was made by a troll. Named Chino, I guess.
Now in the Spooky Doll Hour, the community dynamics so soaked in irony that they are inexplicable to anyone who's not terminally online. In one group, members pretend they are boomers. In another group, called a group where we all pretend to be ants in an ant colony, you have to do what it says on the tin. Respond like an ant, posting the words dig or protect the queen.
Wow.
And I presume every once in a while invade human body until it dies horrifically.
Oh no. Yeah, get into somebody's sleeping bag while they're camping.
1.8 million people. But the line between irony and earnestness increasingly becomes blurred. Anthony tells me about how he and another Spooky Doll Hour co-creator were obsessed with a Facebook group about skulls.
Interesting. What about them?
They're all like middle-aged Americans mostly, and they generally post like, here's a cool photo of a skull I found. Whoa, everyone would comment, oh, cool skull.
Nice.
This
skull.
is badass.
Whoa,
or
cool.
Hell yeah. Or skull yeah.
Whoa.
Or skull yeah, brother.
Wow, weird.
Or if you like skulls, give me a hell yeah.
Strange.
And everyone would comment, hell yeah.
Bone punk?
Bone punk. Bone punk. Write it down.
It reminds me of the Reddit page that I can't be part of anymore. That's people who haven't broke their bone.
You broke a bone?
And if you broke a bone, they all call you a bitch.
Oh, wow.
Except for this one guy who shattered his hands so crazily on the X-ray, they all went, our hearts go out to you, fallen soldier.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Like his hand got like ran over by like a
reindeer?
Like just stuffed it into like an old ship mechanism and just let them go at it, and then took an X-ray of it and said, I have to quit, dear brothers. And they went, we send you off with many alms.
Wow, crazy.
Anyway,
the internet is a strange place full of strange things,
both good and bad,
and we're one of them.
Pleasant.
It includes this podcast.
Yeah, we're one of the strange things.
These people, he believes, just sincerely love skulls.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I love skulls. I wouldn't want to not have one. I love my skull.
And while Spooky Doll Group was created as a parody, they've ended up filling a similar function, bringing people together who have something in common: spooky dolls.
You always think about like remember in the old Batman, or even like the not so old Batman, where there's these weird gangs that are like, we're the puppet men, and we're the spooky dolls, and we're the clown guys, and we're the skulls. It's like you always think, this is so dumb. Why would you guys be this? But I guess in a world where you got to belong to something, everybody in the skull group would be
Doll Hour. You got something to do. You got something to do between the hour of 10:16 to 11:16.
I know
South Wales time.
I know we have to wrap up the news, but
this week weird, yes.
What would our hour be? I'm not saying we're starting an hour.
Yes.
But I don't like spooky dolls, as you may have heard. What's our hour?
Do I?
I believe you can listen to it anytime in the Werewolf Radar podcast.
No. You know what I mean. Our group.
Our Facebook group. Like, how do we bring people together?
Overly round appendages, specifically butts.
The thick butt hour. No, that's already a thing.
No. We're almost there.
Werewolf hour. Like we look at werewolves.
Close.
Werewolves. Werewolf beach hour.
Thick beach bubble butt werewolf hour.
See, that would be very popular, but I don't know if it would be for the reasons that we like.
Listen, it's reasons enough, and then we just put at the bottom of every meme, werewolfradar.com.
Yeah, and people will be like, is this where we come to fuck the thick werewolves?
And we're all like, no, this is where you come for. Okay, yeah. Nate's gotcha at least. All right, everyone, that's been this week of Weird. I've been Roger.
And Jordan here.
And me.
And if you dug
Nate.
Nate.
And if you dug what we do here, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, even.
Fucking everywhere. We're terminally online. Going
for them spooky werewolf butt memes. And if you really dig what we do, check out our Patreon. Just takes $1 a month, and you can be getting extra content. Plus, if you pledge enough, really great and cool paranormal merch from us, such as some artwork from the one and only Jordan Doll.
That's true. I'll do more too. You watch.
He's threatening you.
That's right.
Watch out.
Merch.
So make sure you share this with your friends. Rate us online wherever you can. And never forget the super secret, ultra life-saving sign-off line created by Dark Council members for Pingos. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Suspense, voids! Space person, remember.